Welcome back to The Edge. Is it rock bottom over at Google Ad support? Breaking news, author bylines are not a ranking factor. TikTok is worried that non-skippable videos might hurt their engagement. You're listening to News from The Edge for the week of January 15th here on Edge of the Web Radio.
From the Edge of the Web studios, here's what we're looking at this week.
Welcome back to The Edge. We actually have news this week. Took a week off. Took a couple weeks off. Well, just to see if news would actually bubble up into 2024, and it's finally here. We can actually talk about some stuff. Mordy?
We talked about stuff last time, and
That's true.
not good.
That was
my least favorite episode ever.
I'm sure there have been worse, honestly.
Nope, that was it.
Oh, my Lord.
That was the absolute worst.
Oh, well, then it cannot go worse than that on this episode, right?
You would think.
Everything is going to turn up roses on this one. Now that we have news, we've hit the bottom of the barrel, and then we'll just keep on going from there. Fantastic. This is Edge of the Web Radio. I'm your host, Erin Sparks. I'm the owner of Site Strategics. On the line with us is Mordy Obersten. He is the head of SEO brand over at Wix. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. It is nice to be here.
Nice jersey there.
That's right. Go Steelers. Or as they say in Pittsburgh, Stillers. Hamadan.
Now, they actually canceled their game here recently. What was that all about?
Snow. Evidently, football players don't play in the snow anymore.
Well,
they don't tackle quarterbacks anymore. They don't hit each other in the head and cause concussions anymore. And they don't play in the snow anymore.
Well, you do realize that the Kansas City Chiefs helmet of the quarterback actually shattered because it was so cold out there, right?
Yeah, see, and they played, and it was fine. Did anybody die? Nope.
He didn't. Absolutely. Exactly. Lesson learned there, but it was like record colds and, 10 feet visibility and what have you. But no. They should play.
You play.
They should play for blood.
Yeah, mainly because the timing of the Sunday game was better than the rescheduled game for me.
For you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for me.
I'm going to give a window for Jacob. Jacob is back amongst us. Jacob, how you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there. I got a bit of a hoarse voice.
Oh, boo.
You probably should cancel this then. I mean,
I should.
Go the football route.
It's below 30 degrees and my throat hurts. I'm going to go home.
You sound like Eeyore.
I know. It's so sad. And when I get coughing, I can't stop. So
it's true.
This is like my one time on, and
that's it.
Yep, I'm going to hit the mute button and disappear.
Get a lozenge. Come on.
I've had like 9 already today. I get this every year.
You might have a problem.
It's every year
you
I get
have
this,
9
and
a day.
it's 5-6+ weeks of coughing.
I know.
And,
nonstop coughing.
Yeah.
I mean, you've passed out multiple times here.
I have.
In the office.
It's awkward.
It really is.
Passed out in the office?
Especially when we're having a conversation with our client.
Yep. Just fall asleep on the floor.
Yep.
It's,
What?
No. But I have coughed so hard I've come close to passing out, Morty. Very close.
Yeah.
Haven't yet, but it's...
So we're going to give Jacob a rest.
Yes.
I'm sure he'll want to jump in every once in a while, but
I'm just going to say things that I know would antagonize him.
Oh, God. I'm in trouble.
There we go. Well, this is Edge of the Web Radio, and we're covering all SEO and digital marketing news each and every week. We are off last week because there was no bloody news, and a couple other things happened. So we're finally back.
You couldn't figure out the schedule. There's no news.
A few things. Well, we were serving our clients, and it just didn't work out. So sorry, everybody, but we're back, and we're regularly bringing out. This is the 12th year, by the way, of Edge of the Web. We just did the calculation: 653 episodes and 12 years doing this thing. How about that? Those are some numbers for you.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know what? We're proud of this. We're also proud of having Site Strategics as the preeminent title sponsor of Edge of the Web. We're one of the top SEO companies here in our region. Very proud of our team here at Site Strategics. We're consummate learners, and this is the reason for this show. Constantly learning about SEO and digital marketing tactics that we can bring to our clients. So if you're interested, just give us a shout over at 877-736-4932. We'll talk a little bit more about what we do here that's kind of special a little bit later on the show. That's Mordy. Mordy is the head of SEO branding over at Wix. How's Wix going this week?
Oh, good. Little tease.
Go for it.
we launched an integration with Microsoft Clarity, so you can check out heat maps,
I
recorded
saw
video.
that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That is very neat, very neat. And by the
Yep.
way, Clarity is free. I was just using it as we were talking to one of our clients the other day. So
It's the only free CRO tool that I know of. And now it's
Yeah.
right in your Wix dashboard.
fantastic. And that's heat maps. That's you can track all the angry clicks and things
If
like that.
someone's live on your site coming from Bing,
Yep.
you could see how they're interacting with it live.
No, it doesn't
Very
have
voyeuristic.
doesn't just have to be Bing, right?
I don't know.
They track everything. They track all traffic, not just from
all
Bing.
traffic.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
lovely.
we do want to give a thumbs up for Bing, and hopefully their market share goes up. We know that their Microsoft market share went up. They're actually the largest valued company, right? They just surpassed Apple last weekend.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So they're actually more valued in stock than Apple is. That was pretty big. And hopefully the AI purchase that they did for $10 billion in 2022 is finally paying off. You know what's not paying off? Google ad support. Check this out over at Search
good
Engine
one.
Land.
Good one.
Nicola AGS, Google ad support is at an all-time low, and they asked Google why. Google Ads customer service has plummeted to an unacceptable all-time low, according to search marketers, and the problem only seems to be getting worse, and I can attest to that because, man, we're having some problems just talking to some local service ad reps over there. Mike Kelly, Chief Marketing Officer at Sylvan Learning, has been working in marketing for almost 20 years. He got in touch with Search Engine Land after trying to purchase YouTube reservation ads, only to be told by his Google rep that they never had heard of them. So here's the problem is that they hire a lot of these sub companies to be able to represent not only aggressive ad solicitation, but also ad support. And they're pulling back. They're receding almost all of their human support and looking at AI as a solution. A lot of horror stories in this article. No one to talk to, and I can attest to that because we have been trying to work with Google Ads on advanced verification for a while for one particular type of client, and it's maddening because they will not help you. They'll mail in an email response 6 weeks after you've actually contacted them. And how is that helpful to the customers that are trying to give you money, Google? That doesn't make a lick of sense. And we talked to a number of PPC experts over the year, and they also have been attesting that customer service is at an all-time low. So
yeah, I saw Menachem Ani put a whole thread out about this today. Yeah, he was not happy.
No, they're also
usually, I know him. He's very chipper and positive usually. So if he's upset,
that gives you
he's not like me. He's a nice person. I'm a cold heart, but he was upset.
He is, and there's been a number of social complaints, and they're just not responding, man. They're just taking it, and they're not providing any type of insight of why this is going. Man, literally, that's their biggest revenue stream. That's what Google's biggest revenue stream is, right? And the sheer fact that they can't get and they can't invest in that human element to be able to support the clients that are actually trying to spend money with them. It doesn't make sense.
Companies do this every time. We talked about this before. The first thing that goes is customer support every time, hands down.
Yep, you're absolutely right. So Google's advice, well, it seems that says AGS, Nicholas Agia in the story here, well, it seems that Google will heavily rely on AI to address marketers' concerns. The company has not confirmed a specific timeline to roll out these improvements. So what can marketers do when they're unsatisfied with the customer service delivered by their Google rep? Well, the Google spokesperson said, we do strive to provide the best experience for our customers when they engage with our sales and support teams. But if we miss the mark, we encourage customers to provide feedback through our ads help center so we can make improvements. Well, you better
And
believe.
now I've got a headache from rolling my eyes so hard.
There he is.
Oh, who's that? Is
I'll
that
throw
your?
that in there.
Who had it? 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All right.
God. Please just click this link and provide feedback. I bet you're
ads.
reading that.
Oh, ads.
Ad support so bad.
Oh, bad support for ads.
God.
All right. So don't expect anything but even worsening support, evidently, especially whenever AI, who knows, maybe AI is actually going to be better than what they're getting from
Not there yet for this kind of stuff. Come
Not
on, the
really.
questions that you have, you're running an agency, you have very specific questions,
Yep.
high level questions, big problems. AI, it can barely get my, text output right.
That was the thing you went to? Your text output?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came into my mind.
My text out. Boy, that's very, very mechanical in nature. My text output. Can't even get my text output correct.
To quote Rambo, I can't even get a job parking cars or pumping gas. I don't remember what it was.
You know what? You shouldn't be relying on. You shouldn't be relying on author byline as SEO factors. In fact, Google says
No.
from an article over at Search
No.
Engine Journal by Matt G. Southern, Google author bylines are not a ranking factor. They clarify that author bylines don't directly influence search rankings, despite claims. And I know that Barry also had a good take on this as well. Who said they did? Where was that narrative, Morty, that people were actually
That's
parking on?
the typical, let's turn EEAT from a concept
Right,
into a checklist.
right.
That's where that comes from. Oh, EEAT has nothing to do with content, user experience, the overall quality of the page. It has to do with using the word we and
Mhm.
I for firsthand experience and author bylines and adding a bunch of letters after a name. Reviewed by Erin Sparks, CCTTLRYD, PhD LTR,
What the heck was that?
R2D2. Numbers and letters, letters in particular, after your name is a ranking factor.
Oh my God. So I remember way back whenever Google Plus was in the space, we had rel author links, and having the Google Plus accounts tied to these things were also considered ranking factors. But fast forward into this, just having a byline has no bearing, and it's very saddening that SEOs actually think that there's something there, as opposed
Well,
to
SEOs didn't say that in this case. This was The Verge in this particular case.
Let's park that for a second. I didn't pull up any news for the Verge article here. What's your take on that second article that came out regarding SEOs?
Okay, so one thing about the bylines that I will say that,
All right, go ahead.
and Denny kind of said something is like something along the lines of, well, if you have a byline, it might be indicative of the other quality factors you have on the page and so forth.
Mhm.
I wonder if, I don't, obviously a byline as a direct ranking factor. Oh, byline rank goes up is insane. Okay, that's ridiculous. I do think that if Google's looking at holistically at the page and the quality of the page overall and the user experience overall, that having a byline in there might add to the overall quality and overall
Right.
positive user experience of the page,
Knowing who
which
wrote
can
that.
directly, indirectly or secondarily impact rank. So you're talking like a secondary factor, for lack of a better word. But I do think that it can, things like it, if not it per se, can be indicative of the overall quality and the overall experience of the page. Things like transparency, for example. So it's definitely a good thing to have in there, especially from a user point of view. But I wonder if, from a quality assessment point of view, if very holistically, if that is part of the overall picture.
I completely agree with you. And I think if you combine that with what we knew about happening in July, whenever Google's knowledge graph in 4 days, the vault itself exploded with so many new entities, like 30% growth in 4 days. And so many of those entities were, the largest portion of that were authors and writers. These additional entities that Google now knows about is trying to learn more about who's writing what, right? So a byline page, just having the byline on a page doesn't matter. But having a byline linked to that author's bio, where you can actually have person structured data there, and same as information that you're actually creating authority on that page for Google to trust that page, that you're creating better and better value about the author's bio itself, that is a indirect factor of trust, right?
Yeah, I think in those cases, it really has to be a very well-known author, someone that they really have a really good sense of. I don't know how much it would impact rank or overall quality, but that's not to say that they're not making they are making those semantic connections. So who knows how it all factors in, and like, why not have an extra, little
Yeah.
tidbit of information that you could give them? You never know what moves the needle in the end of the
So
day.
we always recommend, and one of our tactics here at site is whenever you've got a series of staff pages and writers, right, that are writing content, build out those bio pages, create some schema on those
Yeah.
pages, and create that additional value. That's another
Yeah,
factor.
it's definitely added value.
Sure.
Like, how it plays itself out, who knows, and to what extent, who knows, but it's definitely added value. Why wouldn't you do it? Can we talk about The Verge now?
Go for it. All right. What's your take?
Wow.
What's your take? What's your take? What's your take? Let's go.
They're completely right. You know, SEOs producing content that meets user needs, that's targeted to user needs, that has things like structured like headers in it and bylines
Mm-hmm.
in the content. These are all horrible crimes against humanity. And we should all be thrown in jail and locked away. The Verge is totally right. We are the worst for doing all of those things.
Really? That's amazing.
They complained about headers. Oh, SEOs are structuring pages with headers.
How dare
That was
they?
the first thing I taught in 4th grade writing is to use headers.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We have document outlines, right? Has nothing to do with SEO, right? That's what we.
No,
that's
it's
what,
all
that's,
SEO. All SEO.
Yeah, that
So
was
bad.
Now, was this article as bad as the November article with alligators? And
I don't know because like this one was even stupider to a certain extent. Like the things they were upset about were like, what are you upset at? You're upset about author bylines? Oh, SEOs think it's. Let's say they're right. Like every SEO thought
Mhm.
that the author byline was a ranking fact, and they threw the bylines in there. Oh my god, they're doing what? That's terrible.
Did their
Hey.
article have
Slow
headlines?
day at the Verge, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's that, Eeyore?
Did their article have headlines?
I
or did
believe
they
it.
just-
I
they had a
believe it
whole, like,
did.
Or did they just launch straight to the first paragraph?
No, it had this whole Mashugana format as you scroll down, like new animations popped up.
Oh my
It was kind of
gosh.
cool, but it was also a little Mashugana.
And then a little bit of Shugana. So no, did they have any headers in there? Let me see. So let's see here. Like a lot of ads though. Fantastic amount of ads in that thing.
Ads.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no,
how-
that's okay,
You
'cause
want to know what
that's
they
PPC.
literally
They never
had
claimed PPC killed the internet.
1 H1, 6 H2s, all of a sudden 6 H4s, all headlines built for SEO purposes. That's amazing.
Makes the content so much worse.
It really does. So it didn't garner as much tumult in the SEO space as the first article did, but the Verge is just taking pot shots, and you better believe there's a huge value of the ad space that they've got on these pages, right? You better believe those ads are getting clicked more and more.
I think they should have gone with goblins and alligators. That really did well last time.
Yeah.
You know,
Go
should have
the
went
entire
back to that model.
Absolutely. Go the entire panoramic of Lord of the Rings characters, right? I mean, just go full tilt. Call
Header SEOs are header hedonists.
Hey, animations are cool, but at the same time,
Header heathens.
sorry, I'm just
Keep
thinking.
going.
I'm just thinking about. I'm about to go into Hogwarts as well and start pulling some analogies there. I'm going to stop right now because when it gets down to it, SEOs are easy targets, right? Especially from journalists that are being told. I mean, think about this. This is almost like a reflex action from journalists that are being told that you've got to write this particular way. You have to have these type of structures in their documents. It almost sounds like they are just sick of being bossed around, so they're going to take some shots at the SEO community.
Yeah,
What
because
about-
journalists are real artists. You ever see page 6 of the New York Post? Art.
Hey, we do want to make sure that you know that Site Strategics can perform some fantastic works of art on your website as well. Proud to be able to be title sponsors of Edge of the Web. We're pioneers in the agile digital marketing methodology. Our core specialties are entity SEO, technical SEO, social media, schema markup and optimization, as well as conversion rate optimization, all focused around results-based marketing that works. We've also developed pretty unique omni-channel media marketing and content curation process. Be happy to tell you more about that. We can actually sit down with your subject matter experts, whether you're a marketing firm and your clients are needing to be interviewed. We can actually develop an interview process that can mine their information and create some fantastic knowledge graph information, as well as social media content. So, hey, if you're interested in what we can do for you efficiently, go over to sitestrategics.com or just go over and give us a call at 877-736-4932. Thank you, sir. Just wanted to plug that one in. You know what's really, really tough is trying to get past the non-skippable video.
Yeah.
Especially.
That's the worst. Almost as bad as headers.
It is. It's a second
and
only to headers.
bylines.
TikTok claims that non-skippable video ads may hinder engagement. In a new report from Search Engine Land from Nicola Agius, consumers are more likely to watch and engage with brand-sponsored videos when they have control over their experience, according to the study that he's referencing here. I know we're both avid TikTok fans, right?
First off, can you go back and Jacob? Can you scroll back up to the H1? Yeah. It's TikTok reports non-skippable video ads may harm engagement. I would like to add on,
Mm.
if I could.
Go for it.
No shit. TikTok reports non-skippable video ads may harm engagement. Okay.
Let's see if we can edit that live. Exactly. No shit. So, I mean, the point is they had this TikTok study that was conducted in conjunction with Magna Media Trials, a global media investment intelligence company, found that 73% of viewers agree that having the ability to skip videos makes them more engaged in the experience. 56% of viewers are more likely to actively watch videos sponsored by a brand when they have the option to skip. Really? Really?
I'm almost curious about YouTube stats on this because I think YouTube is a little bit because I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate the non-skippable ones.
Sure.
I wonder what the data is, but I wonder if YouTube is a little bit different. Just the way we're conditioned, the way we're expecting it, the way like, okay, fine.
Right.
You can't, where else am I going to get this content where there's like a certain instant gratification? There's a cadence and momentum to TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
That
Absolutely.
really is impacted by the non-skippable ad.
I completely
wonder if
agree.
even the skippable ad is throw things off in that ecosystem.
You have a whole different performance layer there, and that transaction mindset. Okay, I'm watching a 50-minute video. Okay, I'm fine with waiting 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'll invest it. Fine. Like, where else am
Exactly.
I going to get this from? I don't want to watch ESPN all day and sit there all day and watch all the stupid commercial on TV. I just want to watch a clip. Fine, I'll take it.
Yeah, but the TikTok crack that you've got, right? You got to have that constant dopamine pop, and that's
Right,
non-skippable
that's the
ad.
issue.
It's blocking my addiction here.
Yeah.
So that said, why do we care here? Because you got to understand performance of your ads, and wherever you're delivering your ad campaigns, you need to make sure that you know what you could very well be incurring based on the medium in which you're delivering it. Like
Right.
Mordy says, a non-skippable could very well not irritate nearly as much as a non-skippable inside of TikTok. But you know what you can't skip? AI news. Hey, check
Oh.
this out. You can't skip this.
Oh my gosh.
Microsoft's new AI tools let anyone create retail media content. Beautiful. From Matt Southern over at Search Engine Journal, they unveiled a new generative AI tool for retail media, enabling easy ad creation and the omni-channel, love the word, optimization. They launched this new generative AI tool for retail media. The tool allows easy banner ad creation and optimization, and they're integrating in-store ads with online retail media. Check it out. Check it out. And we just had a recent show about retail media advertising with Elizabeth Marston, so check that out. Integrated with Microsoft's existing retail media platform, Promote IQ, the Retail Media Creative Studio is scheduled for a preview release in early 2024. Developed in response to feedback from retail partners, the Retail Media Creative Studio aims to address the unique challenges of retail advertising. Amongst the features is that the studio provides tools that can convert product URLs into fully designed banner ads and offers AI-driven content generation. Well, got to make note there. Your content on those URLs better be able to feed correct ad imagery, or it's going to be picking up some weirdness just because it's trying to call that from
Don't
those
try to create a banner ad for selling rings on fingers.
Yeah, you're going to have 7 fingers on the ad, man.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
So now we're allowing AI to do all of
Ay.
ad creation. Yeah, you got to shepherd it, but it could very well lean into to efficiency.
It could work. I don't know. Do you really think that we're there yet with this?
No.
Like, it feels like we're just saying, well, pick the AI and apply it to everything. But in this case, it doesn't really work. The images are nice.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. I made a great image of a cracked out turtle on roller skates. It was awesome. People loved it. It was so cool. It's on my LinkedIn account. I think on my
Fantastic.
Twitter account also. It's fabulous. Yeah, that's not a thing for a banner ad.
But you sculpted it with your prompts, right? And you let
I'm like cracked out LSD turtle on roller skates, and that's what it gave me.
Yeah, be careful where you type that in. You might want to go to incognito mode to do some of that stuff. I'm just saying.
The Verge is on the phone. They want to see his picture.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. So over at Search Engine Journal with Roger Monti, OpenAI announces the ChatGPT team for the workplace. It's a collaborative workplace that can dramatically accelerate worker productivity. They announced the creation of this new subscription plan called ChatGPT Team. We were wondering about that as opposed to individual licenses. Are they actually going to go into a team space? It's a collaborative workspace for organizations to centralize their ChatGPT related work in a secure environment. That's not too bad. Interesting. I mean, you also want to have that just to be able to oversee your team's ChatGPT creation. Just saying. Or
yeah, you don't need people making cracked out turtles on the clock.
I'm saying.
Hey. Come on.
Hey, but you
Good
know,
stuff.
it is good stuff. Oh, check this out. Google unveils a new set of AI-powered tools. This over at Martech. For retailers, the solution aims to make it easy to train and deploy chatbots, improve product image generation, even with cracked out turtle babies, and provide consumers with better search. On the eve of the National Retail Federation's annual convention, Google Cloud announced a slew of new AI-powered tools for retailers. Wow. It was almost like it was planned that way. Who knew? There appears to be a significant need for improvement in all of these areas. Only about 1/3 of consumers who have used virtual assistants are satisfied with them, and nearly 20% don't want to use them again, according to the new survey from IBM. This is from Konstantin Van Hoffman over at Martech. So check that out. Look at the tools there. They've got a conversational commerce tool. They've got a complementing conversation commerce solution. Automatically generates product descriptions, metadata, categorization, suggestions, and much more. They also have a Vertex AI search. It has new large language model capabilities, allowing sellers to custom tune an LLM to their unique product catalog and shoppers' search patterns. That's interesting. So if you actually plug in an LLM, if you have a custom search environment on your e-commerce, being able to actually pull that data and be able to pull that into meta descriptions that accurately map to the consumer search patterns, that's a smart use of this tool, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super smart.
So they dropped those
What do you
out
say,
there.
Jacob? Oh, well, it's smart.
It's a good idea.
There's a leak out there. A leak. This is from our AI tools section that you can't skip either. Google is launching Premium Bard Advanced. This will be free for 3 months, says Pedros Pambukian. He tweeted out there, and you'll need Google One to do it. The fact that it's in prod implies that it's ready and being tested currently in experience. Again, not a leaker, but Google keeps putting stuff in plain sight, and literally nobody realizes, says he. So in the code itself, you're seeing the coding for some hidden elements that are about to start coming up on Bard, and Bard Advanced is going to be there for 3 months for free. So wonder what they're going to be selling that at. And I wonder honestly, for the amount of people that have used Bard now, how they're really comparing ChatGPT and the evolutions of ChatGPT that are happening right now. Have you heard any of that? I know Marie Haynes has been doing a huge amount of AI experimentation and testing these things out. Have you gotten a taste on her take on Bard versus Chat? You don't care. You don't care.
No, not particularly.
You may care about this, though, a PDF that will load up in the show notes. Anthropic researchers find AI can learn to deceive. How about that?
Again, no shit.
Yeah, so there's that, and we won't even go the route of checking out the abstract there because that's pretty beefy. But a couple key points there in that space is that it can be trained if it's seeing certain patterns and it's getting affirmation from the users that these are good signals that they should be looking at. You could very well expect deceit to start being generated through the LLM models. I'm not doing the article justice, but go check out that PDF. It's a research document that's kind of scary. But you know what's also scary? You could monetize your audience with your AI companion. Yes. Nothing? Nobody cares. It's personage.io. You can monetize your audience by creating your own AI-powered
What does
Telegram.
that mean?
Monetize it. You can create and spawn off your own Telegram chatbot platform that helps creators monetize their audience. So use AI to open additional channel of passive income. Now, why I wanted to bring this one up is that if you scroll down to how it works, and you'll see the prompt to train your AI, your AI personage. The prompt says, "You are Eva, AI GERD friend."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been looking for a GERD friend.
I mean, who doesn't want a GERD friend, right?
Because you have to gird your loins.
Yeah. See. Yeah. You have a friend to be able to GERD. So I'm wondering if this was even an AI generated piece of artwork here. That's what I'm wondering about as a screen capture. Anyway, the thing just tickled my fancy. Oh, yeah, by the way, $14 starter package. Pro is $39. Super Pro is $99. You could have 15,000 messages. There's zero commission fee, text message communications, payments accepting, Telegram integration. You could have 15,000 messages from your AI personage.
It's so ridiculous.
It is stupid. All right. You know what's not stupid? Utilizing InLinks. InLinks has a fantastic social media content creation tool that's trained on your content, right? Well, your own content, not somebody else's content. So go over to edgeoftheweb.com/InLinks, INLINKS. And you can actually set up a 14-day free account. And you can actually put together an entire social media calendar trained off of your blog content, structural content, company news, and what have you. And it will actually pull everything together in a great tool to be able to submit and post to all of your different platforms. It's your voice, your content, your subject matter knowledge. What a great way to be able to curate your own information and be able to sculpt it exactly the way you want it. What an efficient tool. So edgeofthewebradio.com/InLinks today. Finally. More and more we get here, and it's a sigh of relief that we've got SEO news from Barry Schwartz over
We talked SEO before.
Yeah, I know. I just get complaints from you all the time that we have so many AI tools.
No, and I complain sometimes for good reason, but you know,
again, this is better than last week's episode because anything's better than. Well, we didn't even have an episode.
Well, last week we did nothing, so.
Yeah, so it's better than that. But over at Search Engine Roundtable, on the newly optimized and designed site, midweek Google search algorithm ranking volatility from January 9th and 10th, says Barry, for the past week, unconfirmed. Google search ranking algorithm updates were covered. Those are almost all reported over the weekend. He's now seeing search engine ranking volatility in the middle of the work week. He's seen signs of an unconfirmed update starting Tuesday, January 9th, and today, says he, on Wednesday, January 10th last week. Again, a bit unusual to see a spike in volatility during a work week as opposed to starting off on a Friday and through the weekend. So he's seen these patterns forever, and certainly he's keeping us abreast of any type of changes here. So we want to be able to see this. How has this transpired over the course of the last week here? And that started to spike Thursday. I'd love to catch up and see what else is going on right now as we enter this new work week. But here's the deal.
It's calm this week.
It is. All right.
Yeah.
So
calm, like there's not like another new update. Like the overall levels are the overall levels, but there's not like another spike.
I think what we're seeing is what you've said all along is we are now in our longest term of continued volatility. So these volatile spikes, if you look at the SEMrush one, right, you see ebbs. It's literally spiking almost every weekend now,
It looks like they're trying to fix something, if I could be honest with you.
Really?
Look, they have all these complaints. I'm speculating, but
you
have all these complaints about what's going on with the search results. I think something happened somewhere. They tried to do something and it didn't work out the way that they thought it would, and they're trying to recalibrate.
No,
I'm not saying they're pushing the button, but they could be like they're constructing I want to call the algorithm, but the machine learning to constantly recalibrate every so often. in order to test and see where things are at. Just a theory. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's pretty astute there because there's been a lot of pushback on the series of the last few weeks, how bad the search results have been. And if they're trying to tool back, so many people are showing some crappy results all over the place. It was ridiculous. So, hopefully they're cleaning up their act there. Over at Reddit, another article from Barry Schwartz at Search Engine Roundtable. This is January 15th at 7 a.m. Large SEO Reddit community taken over by new moderators. A very large Reddit community was taken over by new moderators over the past few days after the original and only moderator became inactive for a few weeks. Supposedly, the new moderators are deleting old SEO posts and have taken over the community. To be clear, he's not, says Barry, he's not super involved in the SEO Reddit community, so he's not totally clear what's going on there. But the Reddit SEO community, with a link on that article, you can see a new list of moderators on our relatively new accounts, all within the last 2 years, many less than a year on Reddit. So some of these communities are very old, and it'd be a shame if just because somebody's in inactivity that these communities could be run into a cliff.
I mean, let's be honest, right? Like Reddit's kind of a dumpster fire to begin with.
Hey, I'm a Redditor. I love that space. Come on. It is a dumpster. It's
like,
a fun.
There's 250,000 people on that channel, and some of them are great, but sometimes the conversations there are just toxic.
Yeah. Well,
and that's before all this.
Yeah, not saying that Reddit's doesn't have a toxicity factor to it, but that's the entertainment value. That truly is.
Sure.
Well, Google says ignore spammy links from AI-generated blogs. Our last article of the day here from Search Engine Roundtable from Reddit. A site owner posted on Reddit his concerns about after noticing hundreds of thousands of backlinks from an AI-generated blog post directed to his or her site. John Mueller from Google said those links can be ignored and the posts might not be AI-generated anyway, not that it matters. So the concerned owner said, John, we have hundreds of thousands of backlinks from an AI-generated blog post hosted on different subdomains. These links point to either valid pages or non-existent 404 pages on our website. Should we disavow them? If we disavow, we will hit 100,000K domains limit of the disavow file. And that right there, aren't we done with the disavow? I mean, literally, we've been pounding this into the ground. Don't touch it. It's used incorrectly most of the time. Google's telling us that you don't need to use the disavow. They've taken it off of the grid of tools for years out of Google Search Console. That's what actually triggered me. Why would that be the first reaction? But John Mueller said they're probably not even AI, just the usual junk that you can ignore. So, final words on John's response there.
They've been saying this forever.
Thank you.
Not new.
Not new.
Not new.
Thanks, Barry. Not new.
No, it's not bad. It's the AI angle. I get it. Don't blame Barry. I'm just saying, like, this is like, it's good that Barry covers these things to reiterate.
Absolutely.
And to take them to the new implications. But like the idea that like you shouldn't be like overly worried about some spammy. Anyone who's tracking anything will know that most of the links you're getting on a website are from these weird ass websites.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And every website's like that. That's just the norm.
It is the norm, and you shouldn't be disavowing. So just ignore it. Know that it's happening, but Google's got this, evidently, and you don't really have to push any signals, especially if they're paying attention to AI-generated sites so quickly, and they are. They're going to know those links are manufactured, and don't worry about it. All right, so there's the news of the week. Do we have SEO chat this week?
No.
No. Again with the no. When are we going to have it? Do you know? No idea. All right.
Mum's the word.
Multimodal. What? Mum's the word? Is that what we're going to be talking about?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not talking about anything.
Fine. All right.
I just haven't had time. I mean, I've been like overstretched. I haven't had time.
Well, I mean, you got help out there, right?
Who's helping?
I don't know. Somebody. You've got peoples.
What are you talking about? You want to run it?
Nope.
See?
All right. Final words for you, Morty. What do you think going into mid-January here?
Oh, yeah. It's cold out there, huh?
Yeah, you suck.
What are my final words? Like,
he's at 65 degrees over there. We're at -1.
Really?
Thanks so much. Appreciate that.
you got it. A little nippy in here.
Go Bills. All right. That's it.
Oh, screw off.
That's it for The Edge this week. Check out our second episode of the Todd Friesen segments. Good interview regarding the SEO career paths and what you need to do to be able to stay relevant and get yourself into a space of continued growth in your industry. From all of us over at Edge, thanks for listening. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, as well as go over to SEO Rant, because I hear things are happening over there on that side of the soon. All right.
Come February.
All right, very good. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
We're staying tuned there. All right, from all of us over at Edge, thanks for listening. Stay well, stay safe, stay warm, and do not be a piece of cyber driftwood. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.